Good evening. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chairs second National Conference of Chief Secretaries in New Delhi. Terms at a wonderful forum to strengthen team spirit to take India to newer heights. Home Minister Amit Shah says BJP-led government transformed northeast states into a developed region within 8 years of its rule. India registers nearly 99% decline in cases of Kala-Azar disease between 2007 and 2022. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur launches logo, website and themes of Y20 Summit in New Delhi. And India to host special Voice of Global South Summit virtually on 12th and 13th of this month. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the second National Conference of Chief Secretaries in New Delhi today. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, "This is a wonderful forum to exchange views on important policy-related subjects and to strengthen team spirit to take India to newer heights." The conference focused at achieving rapid and sustained economic growth in partnership with the states. The idea behind the conference is that cooperative federalism is an essential pillar for the development and progress of New India. More than 200 people comprising representatives of the central government, chief secretaries and other senior officials of states, union territories and domain experts participated in the conference. Our correspondent reports that this is not an isolated example when Prime Minister Modi has tried to leverage cooperative federalism to usher in efficiency and synergy to respond to many of India's intractable challenges. In the last 8 years, it has worked to make the process of policy making and implementation more collaborative and consultative, thus making India more federally governed. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said the BJP-led government has transformed the northeast states into a peaceful and developed region within 8 years of its rule in the country. Addressing public rallies in Manipur and Nagaland today, Mr. Shah said the government under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi developed connectivity and joined the region with the rest of India. He said it is because of the enduring vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi that not only Nagaland but all the 8 northeast states are walking through the stages of development.
मोदी जी ने उत्तर पूर्व को जोड़ने का काम किया क्योंकि रोड बने 8 राजधानियों तक रेलवे पहुंचा रहे हैं, एयर कनेक्टिविटी भी बढ़ रही है। मोदी जी ने दिल से दिल का रिश्ता जोड़ने का काम किया है। हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के भाइयों को मोदी जी ने अपनी संवेदनशीलता से, अपनी कर्मठता से एहसास दिलाया है कि मेरा ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट भारत का हिस्सा है और पूरा भारत नॉर्थ ईस्ट पर गर्व करता है.
Mr. Shah said the Modi government has a vision of 3 Ps for Nagaland: peace, progress and prosperity, and today all these 3 Ps have been successfully implemented in Nagaland. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has said the country's youth are emerging as pioneers and fast adopters of the new technology. The minister was speaking at the Y20 India Curtain Raiser event at Akashvani Rang Bhavan in New Delhi today. On the occasion, Mr. Thakur launched the themes, logo and the website of Y20 Summit. Youth 20 or Y20 is the official youth engagement group of G20. It provides a platform that allows youth to express their vision and ideas on the G20 priorities. Addressing the gathering, the minister called India as a nation of software and spirituality. Calling Gen Z as the future of the world economy and humanity, he encouraged them to capitalize on India's G20 presidency by expressing their visions and ideas to the G20 leaders and build networks. He expressed his pride over India holding world's 3rd position in terms of number of startups and with over 100 unicorns. Mr. Thakur said that today's youngsters are risk takers and will not settle for the average.
Indian youth are emerging as pioneers and fast adopters of new technology. Our youngsters are leveraging technology and driving the startup culture, providing pragmatic solutions to the socio-economic problems. Whether it is the social media-led social causes or the billion-dollar startups, India's youth is leading from the front. There is much to learn from the mutual experiences of the youth around the world during this landmark Y20 summit in India this year.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today took stock of the defence preparedness at Indira Point in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the southernmost tip of the country, on the second day of his two-day visit to the Union Territory. He encouraged the troops to continue protecting the national interests in the region.
आजाद भारत की आजादी को अक्षुण्ण बनाकर रखने का काम यदि कोई कर रहा है, उसमें महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका यदि कोई निभा रहा है, आप जैसे नौजवान ने। पहले भारत इंटरनेशनल फोरम पर, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मंचों पर कुछ बोलता था तो दुनिया हमारी बातों को गंभीरतापूर्वक नहीं सुनती थी। आज भारत का कद दुनिया में इतना बढ़ गया है कि भारत यदि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मंचों पर कुछ बोलता है तो दुनिया कान खोलकर सुनती है कि भारत बोल क्या रहा है। यह भारत की हैसियत सारी दुनिया में है।
The Union Minister also halted at the Air Force Station in Car Nicobar and INS Baz in Campbell Bay, where he was apprised about the ground conditions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the huge decline of Kala-Azar cases in the country is an encouraging trend. In a tweet, Mr. Modi asked the citizens to continue making efforts to eliminate Kala-Azar. India registered a 98.7% decline in cases of Kala-Azar between 2007 and 2022. The country has also revised its goal to eradicate Kala-Azar endemic from the year 2030 to 2023. In a tweet, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia expressed confidence that the country will eliminate the disease by the end of this year. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today expressed pride that the Indian Army has deployed its largest contingent of women peacekeepers in United Nations Interim Security Force for ABA UNISFA in Sudan. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said India has a tradition of active participation in UN peacekeeping missions. He said the participation by India's Nari Shakti is even more gladdening. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अगर आप कर रहे हैं प्रतियोगी परीक्षाओं की तैयारी, तो कार्यक्रम अभ्यास है सिर्फ आपके लिए। इस बार का विषय है हिंदी। इस कार्यक्रम को आप सुन सकते हैं शनिवार रात 9:30 बजे FM गोल्ड यानी 100.1 मेगाहर्ट्ज पर।
Welcome back to the evening news. India will host a special virtual summit on 12th and 13th of this month called Voice of Global South Summit. Briefing media in New Delhi this evening, Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Quatra said the theme of the summit is Unity of Voice, Unity of Purpose.
We will be hosting a special virtual summit on 12th and 13th January 2023. This summit, which will be called the Voice of Global South Summit, under the theme Unity of Voice, Unity of Purpose, bringing together countries of the Global South and share their perspectives and priorities on a common platform. More than 120 countries are being invited for this Voice of Global South Summit.
This initiative is inspired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas or Sabka Prayas and India's principle of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. The Foreign Secretary said India has always been at the forefront and consistently championed the cause of the developing world. The Foreign Secretary stressed that a consultative and outcome-oriented conversation focused on the most pressing concerns, interests and priorities of the developing countries is the need of the hour. He added that India will work to ensure that the valuable inputs generated from partner countries in the Voice of Global South deliberations receive due cognizance globally. India's ongoing G20 presidency provides a special and strong opportunity to channelize these inputs into the deliberation and discourse of the G20. The University Grants Commission UGC has unveiled draft norms to allow foreign universities to set up campuses in India. The draft rules are intended to regulate the entry and operations of foreign universities to conduct various degrees, diplomas and certificate programs. Talking to AIR News, UGC Chairman Professor M. Jagdish Kumar said the foreign universities will have autonomy to decide their fee structure and admission process in India. Highlighting the importance of the move, Professor Kumar said it will be a great opportunity for the Indian students as they will have access to international education in their homeland.
Currently, the students have only two options. Either they choose an institution in India and study, or they go abroad and study in a foreign country. Now we are providing an alternate choice to them, a middle path to them. They can stay in India and study in a foreign university in India.
The draft regulation has been placed in the public domain by the UGC to seek comments and feedback. Prasar Bharati CEO Gaurav Dwivedi has said the Broadcasting Infrastructure and Network Development BIND scheme will help in the upgradation of broadcasting infrastructure and expansion of AIR and DD networks in the country. He said through the scheme, FM radio coverage will be expanded by more than 6 lakh square kilometers in the country, primarily in left-wing extremism-affected and border areas. He said new technologies including augmented reality and virtual reality will be introduced as part of the modernization plan. Mr. Dwivedi said the scheme will generate direct and indirect employment. The election for Delhi Mayor and Deputy Mayor could not take place today due to the ruckus during the Municipal Corporation of Delhi MCD meeting. At MCD House in the national capital, the newly elected councillors of BJP and Aam Aadmi Party resorted to sloganeering against each other. The chaos broke out over the swearing-in of 10 nominated councillors. The meeting abruptly ended following ruckus. The BJP and AAP have criticized each other over the chaos. India's growth in real gross domestic product GDP during 2022-23 is estimated at 7% compared to 8.7% in 2021-22. According to the first advanced estimates of national income 2022-23 released by National Statistical Office, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, the growth in nominal GDP during 2022-23 is estimated at 15.4% as compared to 19.5% in 2021-22. In United States, in the first reversal of its kind, South Carolina's Supreme Court has overturned a law banning abortion after 6 weeks, inflicting a major setback for abortion opponents in the conservative southern state. The state court ruled that their state's constitutional right to privacy extends to a woman's decision to have an abortion. In Uttarakhand, rescue operations is in full swing at the Joshimath town as land subsidence continues in the area. District Disaster Management Department said cracks have been observed in 561 buildings. Affected people are being shifted to night shelter homes. Divisional Commissioner of Garhwal, Sushil Kumar, said the situation is being monitored. Tourists are banned from staying in hotels damaged by landslides. The India Meteorological Department IMD has predicted that dense to very dense fog conditions are likely to continue over northwest India during the next 4 to 5 days. According to the IMD, dense to very dense fog will be observed in Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Chandigarh and Uttar Pradesh. Due to fog, over 24 trains are running late in the Northern Railway region. The IMD said cold wave to severe cold wave conditions are likely to be witnessed in many pockets over Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu, Himachal Pradesh and Delhi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chairs second National Conference of Chief Secretaries in New Delhi, terms it a wonderful forum to strengthen team spirit to take India to newer heights. Home Minister Amit Shah says BJP-led government transformed northeast states into a developed region within 8 years of its rule. India registers nearly 99% decline in cases of Kala-Azar disease between 2007 and 2022. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur launches logo, website and themes of Y20 Summit in New Delhi, and India to host special Voice of Global South Summit virtually on 12th and 13th of this month. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.